Chip here, no garage. And as you can see, there's transmission fluid literally everywhere. It is coming out of the transmission dipstick tube. So what do we do? So our next option, because I have to have a truck, is the F-150. It's a good running truck when it's idling. I don't know if you can hear the hesitation in it. Sorry about the buzzing. So I guess I need to throw some parts at it. That should fix it. Seriously though, we're gonna give her a tune-up. Plugs, wires, air filter, cap, rotor, if I can get to them. They're down there somewhere, and a oil change. See if we can't get this thing running a little better. The problem I have is the smog pump has been deleted. Okay, the smog pump has been removed, but not properly deleted. And I'm not too sure how to do that yet. And I'm sure that's part of my problem, but it's a good excuse to go buy some tune-up parts and get this thing ready to go. For when I do put it on the road, I did transfer my insurance and plates off white trash. Sad day. Sad day. But it needed to be done. I am waiting on some front end parts so I can redo my ball joints, tie rods, because these tie rods are about to leave the chat, and I don't want to be the one driving it when that happens. Anyway, that said, let's get busy doing something. All right, first plug's out, and that is carboned like crazy. There's a bunch. Oh, that looks stripped. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. Come on, focus. That looks stripped. It was. Now I'm scared. I'm gonna try and put a new plug in it. Not sure how that's gonna go. Thank you, Light, for not working with me. Yeah, the end of that looks stripped, and I know you can't see it. Like there's metal stripped, and it was very loose in there. I'm a little worried. I'll let you know. Alright, so here's the second plug. Let me get my glasses off. I gotta take my glasses off so I can see. Here's the second plug. It's just as bad as far as the carbon on it. And I don't know how well you can see that. But it's, yeah. It was a whole lot easier to get out and a whole lot easier to put the other one in. The first one where it had that strip thread, it went in, but it was tight. It didn't like going in. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by my daughter who's leaving, that plug went in super easy. Again, this one here, I wish I could show it easier. How stripped. You can see the shiny, but it's blurry. And what's weird is these plugs are rusty. They've been in a long time, but the cap and rotor look fairly new. So do the wires. They do look fairly new. I got new ones anyway. I don't care. Maybe I'll shelf them plugs and wires and keep them for spares. You never know. That said, I'm going to get the rest of these things changed, get that cap and rotor changed. You guys don't need to see that. If you don't know how to do it and you're looking for a tutorial, there are 2 channels on YouTube, on all of YouTube, that will show you how to change plugs and wires. One of them, Wrenching with Ray. Most of his stuff has coil packs, but I'm sure somewhere in there he does show you how to do it. The other, Build Season. He's a turbo guy, but he works on old stuff, so I'm sure you'll see it there too. Those are the other 2 channels on all of the internet that have ever changed spark plugs and wires and cap and rotor. So look them up and go through all of their videos. Make sure you got to watch them all to find it. So it might take you a minute. Hope you got time. Oh yeah, before I forget, while I'm not talking to you guys, I'm listening to Big Mike. Big Mike has a YouTube channel that's not going to come up. Because I turned it the wrong way. Called... You don't want to focus. It's called Wandering Iron anyway. Anyway, yeah. Cool guy. You'll like him. Alright, here's the 4 plugs. You can see they're rusted. And they're not original, obviously. They're Motorcraft, I think. Are they original? They can't be. Motorcraft Platinum. I don't think in the 80s. I don't think in the 80s they had platinum plugs. Anyway, so I got one side done. That was the easy side. Now it's time to get to the hard side, where it's hard to get to everything. More hoses and wires and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Okay. Yeah. That, I'm still bummed out about that front one, and I hope that's not going to give me an issue. I think I got it in there right. I didn't want to run a tap down it. I do have taps and everything. I could have, but I didn't want to because I don't want metal shavings in my pistons. All right, who can tell me what's wrong with this picture? Anyone? Anyone? Besides that? Anyone? Class? Anyone? No? I'll let you think about it. All right. Lighting, it's getting dark. As you seen in that last clip, the rotor's wrong. How do you mess that up? Seriously. Anyway, the cap was right, the rotor's wrong. So let's look at these plugs. They're all... I will say one thing about them all. They're consistent. They really are. Throw these over here for the moment. Until I get ready to put them away. Yeah, this rotor, it's too big. It's completely different. I got a feeling it's for an older... It's not for an EFI car, truck, motor, whatever. The cap looked all right on the inside, but, and I did find a couple, I know it's dark. I did find a couple of vacuum leaks that could be contributing to how this truck is running. More than likely is contributing to how this truck is running. But let's see. Let's fire it up. I'm sorry about the lighting again. Getting dark. I got no gas pedal. What the hell? That'll work. I think it's firing on all 8 now. What do you think? All right. So, yeah. It's getting dark. I'll see you in the morning. All right, it's the next day. Something I noticed that I did. I didn't do it. I did. Anyway, something I noticed yesterday was these terminals are just crap. So I'm gonna get them cleaned up real quick with, some battery cleaner. And I got one more thing I need to do. I was gonna change the oil, which I'm sure you guys need to see because no one knows how to change the oil. My drain pans were over at Robert's house. Anyway, I'll be right back. All right, anyway, that was simple clean. I don't like these cables. I'm gonna have to replace them. And I mean, the starter cable looks good. It looks like it's been replaced. This one here, look at that. That's crap. Buy a new cable for that. And I want to replace this. It's a newer style starter solenoid. I like the older style that you have the terminals on each side. I also need to fix some vacuum issues I have. This down here, I don't know how well you can see that, but that's broke. This goes to that main vacuum box down here, and then there's just one here that goes to nothing. I don't know where it goes. Probably all has to do with the smog pump that used to be right here. And then I also need to fix this. Is a problem I discovered last night. I mean, it's all busted up here. It's gonna be fun. Fun, I tell you. It's gonna be a joyous time. So I'll probably get a universal safety strap and put it there. Some people call them zip ties. But just to hold that down, because I experienced that yesterday when I went to rev the truck up and this popped up. However, now I have a new issue. Well, it's not new. I knew about it. So here's another problem with the truck. You can, I don't know. Yeah, the previous owner, when he had it, decided he was gonna try and take the bed off to change the fuel pump, which he did change, but one of the bolts rusted on him. So I went and put this box upside down. I went and got new bed bolts. Actually, I have 2 sets because it took them a month to send them. And it is so dark. But it took them a month to send them. So I called and was like, hey, I haven't got my bed bolts yet. So they sent me another box of them. And then the first package showed up. So I'm going to go ahead and there's one bolt that he said he stripped. I don't care about that. I'm going to get the other bolts in so when I'm driving down the road, this thing isn't rattling like a, you know, it's not trying to throw the bed off it. Another problem that has arisen, I don't know if I can get it off here, but yeah, guess how I discovered that? I sold my 65 Mustang. I still have my 66, but I sold my 65 and I trailed it over to a factory. I put it on the trailer, no problem. Took it over across the street. There's a factory over there, the great big empty lot. And it was a good place to transfer from this trailer to the new buyer's trailer. And while we were doing it, the trailer didn't come off the ball. The ball come out of the hitch. There was no nut on the bottom of it. So thankfully white trash has a good receiver on it. I'll just have to use that, I guess. Yeah, let me get these bed bolts in. I'll be right back. Whew. I'm out of breath. So I ran into an issue. There's 6 bolts that go into these. 4 of them have the square, like that. Just drop in, that holds it, tighten it up. Now in the bed, one of them's all tore up. No holdy this. Not sure what I'm going to do there yet. The other 2 in the middle, they're in, nice and tight. But these ones are oblonged. And when I tried to tighten them, that just spins. You can see where it's been spinning. So these are obviously the wrong bolts. Because, God forbid, they send me bolts for the right truck. Even though I ordered for a 1986 F-150. I guess that's going to be that. This is just a stupid little spider. Get out of there. This was just a dumb little filler video, something I needed to do. And I wish I had light. Just I'm waiting on parts for the truck. I got tie rods and ball joints coming, but they're taking their sweet time. That was the plan for this video, but it didn't happen. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching. I know it was a dumb short little thing. Catch you in the next one.